Dude with the big ass head and shit.
Yeah, I remember watching a video about that. I just clapped to get the audio sync.
I just seen some shit on Instagram about this shit. It's funny you said that.
C&B Podcast episode, like, I don't know. We keep getting them wrong. Every time I post it, right before posting it, yeah, we always get the number wrong. So that means this is... I'm probably going to get it wrong again. I think it's 14, bro. We know 14 podcasts. We got cowboy hats on.
Yeah. Welcome, Chuck.
You know why?
Why?
I was asking if you knew why. I don't know why.
You know why, boy?
Man, that shit smelled terrible.
Yeah?
No, this is a Coke.
That was me.
It's like not farted, but
we were trying to be
dang,
racist.
you got the Carolina Blue Dunks. I wanted to say one thing. You know, a lot of people said our last podcast with you was really good.
I know.
We transitioned.
I seen Mickey Oz last night.
He said something about it?
He was like, yeah, I watched that joint. That joint was really good. And then he like hated on one of the joints, like the Sophia joint.
He was hating on that one?
Yeah, he's like, he didn't think it was like, he thought it was gonna be like better, I guess. I don't know.
Dude, he needs to talk to us, cause we'll whoop his ass.
Wait, the pod with you on it?
No, he's saying the Sophia one could have been better, dude. That one was.
It definitely could have. Yeah, if we give a fuck, it'd definitely be better if we gave.
I mean, I respect what he's saying. My feelings aren't hurt. I like Mickey.
I'm hurt, man. Mickey Oz.
But he could have told us that
the
shit.
Boss.
Fuck.
I mean, you ain't seen him.
Where you see Mickey Oz at?
Yeah, where were you?
Looney's last night.
If you had like a. You already said where you saw him at. I was gonna make a joke.
Oh, it was a joke.
Like I was gonna say some nerd shit. Like maybe he was at you were at like.
Comic-Con?
Yu-Gi-Oh Con or something. Yeah, Comic-Con or something.
Nah, Mickey Oz is hip, bro.
I know, he's cool as shit. That's my boy.
Mickey Oz got big.
We got a Jamie in the back now, too. We've had a podcast before where Herman was in the back.
J-Mo.
Shout out Jesse Johnson. His last name is Johnson.
J-Mo.
I'm just changing his identity. He can pull things up with his iPhone.
Does he have your Wi-Fi?
Right now. How many odd numbers are there in a year? How many odd numbers are there in the year?
That's so easy, Josh.
Come on, pull that up, Jamie.
There's 100.
Huh?
There's only one odd day, technically.
What is that?
Elaborate.
Huh?
How's that make sense? I thought it was
only.
The ordinary year is 52 weeks and one odd day, so it consists of 365 days. Odd days help us calculate the day of the week for any day. This means for the ordinary years, we only have one odd day.
Wait, what?
What is the
This is some real Jamie shit, because I don't even think that was.
Because I don't even know what I asked, but now that I'm talking about it, what does that mean? What is one odd day?
Odd day is leap year.
Do you get what that means?
No. That makes sense.
I don't think I get it.
Odd day? Yeah, because I was gonna think like odd and even and shit.
I meant like the first, the third, the fifth,
that's
the
what
seventh,
like
the
even
ninth.
numbers or odd numbers.
Well, then you would just split 365 divided by 2, dumbass.
What?
There's 365 days. You're saying odd days. It just split it in half.
But there's 12 different months, bud.
What?
Some days go from 31st to 1st. Some days go from 30th to 1st.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Like something 31, something 30.
We got a dummy.
None of us are thinking about it right, bro.
I don't know.
Nah, I think you were just thinking.
Yo, a house
these cowboy hats on.
Bro, we were
don't
trying to
know.
tell you.
Yours is fucked up.
Yeah,
No, his is like like Mexican.
I was working, bro. His is clean because he just sits there with a clipboard. I was working in the field.
I work management.
Oh.
He
But this was Josh's idea. I want him to tell you why he wanted us to put him on.
To racially prejudice you. My bad.
I mean, you don't feel the type of way.
Nah, but we
You
started the
working
cowboy hat thing.
I'm pretty sure he started it and you followed.
Wait, do I feel?
Koreans.
No, but cowboy hat.
Oh, you talking about Spanish people?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
That should start. That's our thing.
So why
Is
you don't
it?
got the better one?
Jamie,
than
can you
him?
pull that up? The
I'm
origin of cowboy hats?
Yeah,
Do you mind pulling that up as well? And then in the meantime, dog, that house behind my house caught on fire the other day, bro. Like full blown on fire.
Bro,
Yeah. To the point where I was almost like had to watch it, make sure it didn't get to our yard.
did anyone die?
I hope so. I don't think anyone did.
Pretty sure the cowboy hat had to have started in Mexico.
Oh, see, he spreads misinformation. Now he's dead.
They
Nah.
were likely adopted from the Civil War era. They started out as slouch hats, and then they were influenced by Mexicans.
Okay, because Civil
Y'all
War
made 'em
but
cool.
Civil
Like
War was just like
Suarez.
a straight and kind of like it would come to like a pint to like
yeah,
a
it was
cone.
them stupid looking shit like Curious
Yeah,
George.
okay, yeah.
And,
Y'all
like,
just
slunk
made him
down.
cool.
Like Jeepers Creepers hats. I definitely think of a
We
Mexican.
just added our little spice to it, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
The
like,
curls
y'all
and
still
the
walk
bends.
around with like cowboy boots on and big ass belts and shit.
Yes, sir.
Mexican
like,
cowboys.
Symbolize the shit like, oh yeah, he's like a don. Like,
cocaine
don't
cowboy.
fuck with that guy.
Yeah, they got coke and they sniff it off like the edge of a giant blade.
Dude, I was
You know what I mean?
actually
You know what I mean?
recently I went to Delaware to pick up a friend that was like doing like a kind of like one of those odd jobs where you like get contracted to like a warehouse for like a week or two to like work on some shit. And,
Yeah.
All right, so there's like that in like Delaware, and basically like his foreman or the boss, who has like owns a really big company, has the biggest cocaine addiction I've ever seen anyone have, bro. They ran. That's tough to say, right? That's tough to say.
No, you know
They
what I'm
ran
saying?
through-
I'm kind of like new to the whole cocaine thing because like everybody from around here,
Everyone
like,
does cocaine.
bro,
Yeah.
like, it's been like, damn, I've been.
Nah, but bro, they ran
Because
through
they can't keep up with their
baffled.
alcohol intake anymore. So those people who still
They
like
gotta-
drinking, they need to take coke to stay
Yo,
awake.
another
Yeah.
thing I thought of too, cause like,
Swear.
bro, like I can't drink as much no more. So I was thinking to everybody, I'm like, bro, something might be wrong with me. So this would even like, enlighten me to the thing. I was like, bro, something gotta be wrong with me, cause I can't drink like how I used to. And how is everybody still like going crazy?
They're
Coke.
insane.
They're all on
yeah, they're all
coke.
on coke.
I'm like, damn,
coke.
bro.
I can't keep up
Yeah.
with
Like
shit.
my
Adderall, they're on
one man
something.
was making that shit look so good. Like he'd be on the gram all night every week. Like, you know what I'm saying, getting drunk. I'm just like, bro, how do you do this shit? But then I had to like peep game. I'm like, bro, be wearing
don't
glasses
sleep.
all the damn
They
time.
don't sleep, bro.
And he be with hella Spanish niggas and
then
shit.
you start like
And I'm
sweating
like-
like thick mucus and throwing up the next
Nah,
day.
he be making it look sweet, like I said. But the thing be like, yo, you like he wear glasses all the damn time.
Yeah,
and I'm
this
like, yo,
shit is- he
that
looks like
nigga
he's
be
tweaking.
fucked up. he be
tweaking.
fucked up behind them lenses.
Yeah, that
Like he
shit's
be
not
in the
good.
club with dark ass Ray-Ban Jones on. I'm like, yeah, your ass gotta be up.
on like Molly and shit too.
Bro,
Bro.
so I go to this place in Delaware, right?
Oh, yeah.
First of all, Kevin tells me he's like he had been there for like a week already. He told me that the last 4 days none of them have slept, and the whole entire week his boss hasn't slept because he has that bad of a cocaine addiction. I was like, he's gonna end up going crazy, right? So
Kevin that be with Ever, right?
Kevin, Kevin,
He
Kevin.
played tight end.
Yeah, he
that's
played
my
tight
He
end.
was a dog for.
That's my
for-
man.
he's
That's
wild,
fucking
right?
Kevin. I know Kevin's a wild turkey.
So they told me, I don't care about saying shit on the pod. So they told me to bring. The reason why I went down there was to bring some drugs to them, right?
Word.
Because they're in the middle of nowhere. They don't know. They don't trust people.
Daniel, bring the drugs.
Yeah,
You know that,
I
huh?
am a mule.
He's
Like,
like,
you for the trafficking. They're like, you
I
gotta
was
bring it,
trafficking,
Daniel.
bro.
You're the cleanest one,
They
Daniel.
paid me good, bro.
I have no
made like-
record. You
I
have no
think I made
criminal
like
record,
$200.
Daniel. We'll give you 200 pesos.
I made like $200 for like an hour drive, bro. I was straight. Or like
Damn.
$150 for like an hour and a half, something like that.
That's
But
yeah.
anyways, I take them a full queue, like good sized bag.
Like a
Of
little joint
cocaine?
like this big.
Cocaine.
Gonna be like yeah.
Like this big.
Yeah.
Cocaine.
An 8 ball like this big. For
It was
real,
pretty
for
big,
real.
though.
All I know
I
is they
just
all
think
fit in my
an 8
asshole.
I just think an 8 ball was huge. Like, I thought
It's not that big.
I just think an 8 ball can't fit in your asshole, bro.
Yeah.
I just think an 8 ball was
Bro,
like the size
You
of
just
an 8
gotta
ball.
like suck it in like
An ounce
Kirby.
will fit in your asshole, bro. What?
I mean, I guess.
Half pound.
Maybe in Josh's.
Try a half
like
pound.
like an ounce is probably the size of an 8 ball.
Like an actual 8 ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would imagine
Maybe
that.
a
They
little
could just
maybe
go
a
from-
little, maybe
Yeah.
smaller.
Compact
Yeah, I
it
would say
down.
maybe a
Maybe
little
smaller.
smaller. Like I
But-
used to think like a 8 ball of Coke was like big as fuck.
I thought it'd be like the size.
It's just like
I
a
don't know,
rock.
It's because
like
we used to just see weed. So when I thought like a
You ever had
an
crack
8
square?
ball of Coke, I'd be like, maybe it looks like an ounce of weed, like maybe like this big.
You ever
yeah,
heard of- you ever
14
heard of-
grams of Coke don't look like
You
nothing.
ever heard of crack?
Yeah.
You stick some Coke up your butt, some baking soda, you let it sit for a little bit.
All right.
You drink a Mountain Dew, you shit out crack.
What?
Yeah,
Where'd you
bro.
get this from?
I just came up with
His
it.
dad taught him that shit or
Not
something. bro.
bad.
It's got to be some real hillbilly shit.
You ever
like that.
seen bum fights?
Like it's a real thing, like on YouTube.
Yeah.
I
It's
saw-
not-
oh,
it's-
no, yeah,
It used to be like, they used to have like, I think like VHSs or like.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
I just got seen it today, bro. That shit was so funny. I ain't gonna lie. I seen the dude on there. That just reminded me of your dad.
Said he reminded you of my
What
dad.
was he doing? What did he do?
It's just this way, like how you act and shit. I was like, bro, this guy even looks like your dad. Dude.
You know what's funny about those bum fights is that dude was on, or I don't know if it's the same one, but the guy who recorded bum fights who
You
made
remember
that,
Bling Bling? The dude used to go. His name on the jump was like Bling Bling. He was like a big
black
like,
dude?
He was like Spanish for real, or black. He could have been like light skinned black or Spanish, but his
No.
name was Bling Bling and shit.
Bro, the guy who made those was on Dr. Phil.
Oh yeah.
He dressed up like Dr. Phil. It was really dope. he dressed up like Dr. Phil, like wear a bald cap and a suit and all that. And Dr. Phil was like, why are you on my show making fun of me? He goes, I'm not making fun of you. He's like, you just exploit people just like you say I exploit people. He's like, you say put people on a platform that are in need. So you do the same thing. And Dr. Phil's like, I'm not dealing with this. Get out of here. It's like, bro, the dude like was spot on right. Like he's like, bro, you do the exact same shit, and that's why I'm dressed just like you. It was pretty funny.
Shit, Dr. Phil, Jerry Springer, those guys were like the beginning of the whole like podcast.
Yeah, I get it. Or just drama.
Live podcast.
Yeah, they would
like,
sit. Yeah, they
they're
would
like,
sit down
they're
in
like
front
the
of
goats of
camera.
this shit for real.
Yeah,
Like,
and then
people.
became like a Sirius Radio. Remember XM Radio? That became a big thing.
XM Radio.
Yeah, that became like real podcasts, and then
XM Radio didn't
like,
blow up at all.
Opie and Anthony is like the most famous Sirius XM Radio podcast, and Patrice O'Neal, one of the GOAT comedians, used to always be on it, and he would just be fucking shitting on like non-PC shit. It was pretty cool.
Is XM Radio the
Patrice
same thing as
O'Neal.
Sirius XM?
Yeah, Sirius XM. That's still a thing. It's just not as
Yeah,
popular.
people don't. My car came with it. And
Yeah, I was about to say, you
My
used to
car
pay
has that
for it and
shit.
shit like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, if you pick it,
Like,
I get ads
Bose
for
used
it
to have
still.
that shit. Like, you can have, like, XM radio and shit like that.
I came up with the idea the other day, too, about what you just said, the Jerry Springer shit. I just thought about this the other day. I haven't told anyone about it. It's like an innovative idea. Like, we should, like, because have you seen those viral videos yet lately of, like, Zoom court meetings? It'll be a Zoom meeting, but it'll be a court trial, and some crazy shit happen.
Yeah,
What if we, like,
the
you,
Young
like,
Thug jump,
yeah, or
when
just,
he,
like, yeah.
pass them to, like, drugs inside the
Yeah,
court.
or there was one where, like, it was a boyfriend and girlfriend or the domestic abuse trial, and turns out they were in the same house during the Zoom meeting, and the judge's like, I'm having suspicion you guys are in the same room or in the same house.
Oh yeah, and the boyfriend was like holding her.
Yeah,
like, telling her
hostage.
what to say.
Yeah, the boyfriend low-key had her held hostage, and she was like against her will, like in the house, but they're pretending they're in a whole different
Like, and
location.
she was saying on
yeah,
the camera like
literally,
everything's
like
good.
what? Shut up! Like
Yeah.
literally, we should do. What I'm saying is
They sent police to
we
their
should
house,
make
bro.
you should do one like a fake one, like scripted. That shit would be hilarious. It'd go viral as fuck. Like we could do like a Jerry Springer styled Zoom thing. I don't know. I just
And
thought about
follow that exact same storyline where
yeah,
it's like
yeah,
I have a gun to this girl's head.
something like that. Like something about
What's that
abusing
comedy shit? What's the comedy junk called?
the show.
That Dave Chappelle just did.
Dave
What's-
Chappelle.
Yeah, what's the whole little shit called?
I don't know what you're talking about.
What was the last Dave Chappelle junk?
His special name?
Yeah.
I don't remember the name of the special.
Oh,
It came out
but it
last
was
6
on
months
what?
ago. Netflix.
No.
It wasn't on Netflix.
No, the junk that had like the nigga from Keenan and Kel on it.
He did.
SNL.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was on SNL. His
some
monologue
SNL.
on SNL was sick.
But it'd be like some SNL shit, is what you're
yeah,
saying.
I guess. It could be like we could try to make it so realistic that people think it's real.
Okay.
Like I seen one. This is a random. I seen one where the teacher was teaching like 6-year-olds or like 8-year-olds, and she farted, and the whole class just started laughing.
Oh, on the Zoom call?
Yeah, laughing at the teacher. That shit just made me geek. They're like, "How you farted?" She's like, the teacher was like, "Shit." I fucking
Bro, I
farted.
wouldn't have done shit in school if that shit was on Zoom all the time.
Yeah, nah.
Hell yeah,
Zoom,
I would've been
if we
jerking
had
it.
Zoom,
There was
like,
no way.
yeah, I couldn't have did that
I just
shit.
love Jesse's reaction.
There's absolutely no way anything would have gotten done, bro.
Yeah, nah.
I mean, I would have
couldn't
got a lot of
did
nuts
bro.
off.
I would have definitely been one of those kids that would like go get high real fast. And
Yeah,
come
bro.
back, like,
With a J in your
like,
hand.
well, I seen it
bro.
on YouTube. Like, I already seen somebody do it, so
Yeah.
I know how to do that shit.
No,
Fuck it.
knowing my high school self, I definitely wouldn't have been able to shut the fuck up, and like I would have definitely got kicked out of them damn online joints.
Yeah, and I had to complain like shit. I was like, this shit sucks. Like, I had to find some way. I'm like, yeah, every other kid's complaining about this shit and get it out of it.
Like egg
I'm
it
like,
on.
yeah, I'm
Like
complaining
yeah,
shit.
let's show 'em.
I'm like, I miss my friends. That's the reason why I can't learn. Like, I need to be more in their face. Like, this is just terrible. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Zoom. I couldn't imagine like high school or middle school Zoom, but like college, that shit must have been sweet, bro.
That's smooth, yeah. Because
I dropped out by
would
then,
be taking
so-
their tests and pulling the shit up right next to
Jesse,
it. Like,
you took
I'd have
online
been doing
school,
that in middle school,
right?
motherfucker.
that's Jamie.
I mean, Jamie,
Y'all did Zoom?
she was easy, right?
Towards the end of the year when COVID hit.
You fucked
Easy
with
as
it?
fuck, right?
Yeah, everything was online. Like all the tests. and it
Just
wasn't-
cheat
it wasn't
everything.
really
But like,
monitored.
all right, was it? Because I remember like taking like the.
Imagine having
that?
like Chat GPT like
Mhm.
in
Back
fucking,
then,
yeah,
see?
bro. I'm trying to
Kids
say, I'd
nowadays
be-
got it smooth.
Oh, I thought of
bro.
another idea.
Like, you don't even
reminded me.
have to go to school. Like, they were making it to the point where they're like, well, why? Like, you know what I'm saying? Why learn?
just
if
learn
I can
that
just
shit
do
from
it like
that.
this.
I actually have another idea.
What?
I swear to God, I came up with this earlier, but you reminded me. Chat GPT a whole podcast script, and we film a podcast and just read the script.
Like of us talking to each other?
We just get ChatGPT to generate an entire podcast script, and we just play the roles of who they play. Like ChatGPT, make a script for a podcast with 3 characters, with 3 people about boom, and I'm telling you, it will come out. I see people at my job, they be doing that shit for fun.
Be doing that motherfucker.
People literally some dude actually write me a children's book about blah blah blah, and published that shit. Got it published, and then it's now on the Amazon Marketplace.
He's probably making money off of it.
And he's making money off of it. And
I saw this interesting take about ChatGPT where it's saying like, if it is like taking information and like data from almost every individual, like shouldn't we at some point like start getting compensated for that shit?
Well, that's not. I don't think that's really what it is. It's script writing.
Who's we?
Well, like anyone.
It's not mined from all of our words that we put online. It's written
by
by someone.
I'm not us.
Who's
but like,
gonna get compensated?
If ChatGPT is taking the information from YouTube, shouldn't YouTube be getting paid for the like them taking or like?
But
them
how do they
public
prove
information?
that it's only being took from
Exactly.
YouTube?
I think the public.
And that's why I said they kind of got to pay everyone.
I think
they're just taking it from everywhere.
No, I think
so
the
like
legal answer to that,
like even me.
Yeah, you should get a couple of like cents.
I'm pretty sure the legal answer to that is like everything's on a public domain. If you're posting something on Twitter, it's public domain. It's they have the right to take it. That's like, for instance, like a good example of that is Winnie the Pooh. That stupid ass Winnie the Pooh movie.
That shit was.
Oh, you know,
you saw it?
Fuck.
You saw it?
Yes.
Winnie the Pooh's like one of the only things that doesn't have like a trademark.
Winnie the Pooh just fell off the public domain. Yeah, exactly.
That shit was dumb. Did that shit make it into theaters?
I don't know. I didn't watch it.
Oh, all right.
I went to watch Cocaine Bear.
I watched it on some fucking streaming app.
I didn't get to go watch it. I was gonna watch Cocaine Bear. I heard it got really good.
Yeah, nah, Cocaine Bear was good as fuck.
You saw that too?
Yeah, it's a streaming app, bro. Like
Onion Play.
You be on all that shit.
Look movies. Some shit.
Oh,
like
.ag. Yeah, I be.
Yeah, bro. Running up on that motherfucker and watch everything.
I'm trying to watch the Mario movie too. You watch that joint?
Nah.
Actually,
that's gonna be on HBO Max soon, so they'll be on that site.
I wanna watch that in
It's probably on that shit.
I heard that was terrible.
My nephews went to go see it.
They liked it.
Of course, they loved it.
I mean, they're young as shit.
They wore like Mario shirts and all that shit like that.
When I went and watched Sonic 2 and Eve, we went and it was like all little kids dressed like Sonic. I was like, damn, we came too early. I was like, we should have waited next
10
week.
10 o'clock show or something.
I was like, we should have waited
Sonic, that shit was hard too.
I liked Sonic a lot. Who was I with?
Not me.
No, you was upstairs with me.
Watching Sonic?
We watched Sonic, bro.
No, we didn't. We didn't watch Sonic together.
Yeah, we went to Liv's. You, me, and Spencer, bro.
Dude.
We went to Liv's, we came back, and we watched Sonic.
We watched the whole movie together.
I remember it was at the time where I was trying to like not abstain from taking drugs, so I was just going insane of boredom.
Shit, yo, I just like took a drug test the other day. That shit was clean as fuck.
Really?
Yeah, it was like.
That's nice.
Damn, I'm sorry.
I took a picture of it.
You did?
That's just not. Nigga, I be around with everybody smoking. That shit don't work.
Dude,
I got gas on this pod.
Jesus Christ.
I kind of just sharded myself.
That sounded wet as fuck.
Keep it going. Jesse, talk to them. I'll be back in like 5 minutes.
I gotta put this bed in. I keep forgetting.
Did you really?
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah,
You actually sharded yourself?
Nah. He said he gotta take a shit. Damn, that shit stank.
I can't smell it. I got the J right here. I'm gonna keep it right here in front of my nose.
That was nasty.
It sounded really wet.
Kill.
I got some questions for you, Chuck.
Oh, roll them.
All right.
Yo, it's just crazy how many people do cocaine now.
Oh, I didn't finish telling my fucking story about that. Bro, yeah, it is crazy how many people do it.
Everybody does that shit.
It's kind of like the adult drug.
Like, everybody runs into the bathroom and like, oh, girl, what the fuck you doing here?
I always wondered, like, I used to think
this where the party's at.
I used to think, like, yeah, women just use the bathroom, like, way more than most people. And
shit,
like,
I seen this
cocaine.
group was in the bathroom the other night. It was like, boy, this one girl, and then this the boy's bathroom. I was like, damn, y'all better be feeding like this. Y'all don't even look at the signs no more. Y'all was like, yeah, we going in this one. I'm like, damn.
They just find a stall.
It's like a whole little huddle in there, like a whole little basketball team.
You know what's
shit.
crazy? Like, if being in Miami is crazy, bro.
Yeah,
because Miami, like, you really, everywhere you go, everyone's just like, if you actually pay attention to people, everyone's just doing coke just in front of you. Like, you don't notice it because it's kind of just part of the environment. And, like, everyone's kind of just acting the same.
Just hitting
that. Yeah, they're literally, like, if you stare at someone for more than, like, a minute, you're just going to see them, like, Dude,
they got the key change and shit like
everything.
that.
They'll pull that shit out of their necklace and, like, pour that shit in. That shit is wild.
They got
bro.
the little keychain spoon and shit.
Yeah, motherfuckers with the spoon.
Jones like designs on them and shit. Like, oh yeah, mine got a skull and crossbone on it. Like,
yeah,
damn,
you gotta be a real fiend, bro.
I got a kitty one. Nah, for real, that shit crazy.
That's the only way you can drink like that. Like everyone.
Like, I'm really like, it'd be people that I'd be like, nah, for real. They'd be like, yeah, bro, I'll be right back. I'd be like, damn.
That's expensive too, bro.
Yeah.
It's expensive as fuck. I had a little coke stint. And when I say stint, maybe like 2 weeks.
I mean, I feel like it done got cheaper. Cocaine got way cheaper, bro. Well, I mean, from my understanding, you know what I'm saying? A gram used to go for like 100 to 80. Now niggas buying that shit like $60, $50 a gram.
Where? They're getting food shit, bro. I'm not buying no $50 gram.
Shit, man.
Whoa.
I mean,
nah, I actually would never. If someone told me 50 for a gram, I might at first be like, yo, bless up. And then I'd have to think about it. At least I'd hope I'd think about it.
Some they be taking that motherfucker. $60. That's the deal right now.
That's crazy. That's
Yeah.
crack, bro.
Nah, it might. You know what I'm saying? That shit.
Bro,
I don't know. You know, I don't do it, but you know what I'm talking about. I be around these dudes. You know what I'm saying? $60 a gram. That shit be. They like that shit, man. They
Yeah.
come back. They
But
come back.
One time I went to cop off someone, like some dude we know, and I asked him, I was like, yo, do you know anybody that sells? Because he just be around a bunch of people. And he was like, yeah, I got you. Like, pull up. And it was like, I was just buying like a gram or something. And I pull up to the spot, and I'm like, yo, I'm here. And he's like, all right, you want it powder or rock? And like, I just like, obviously he was talking like, do you want it you want cocaine or crack? You want it cooked or not?
Yeah.
And like, but I didn't know anything at all. So I
Cause
was like,
sometimes powder be rocked up too.
yeah. So I was like, oh, is he asking me, do I want the rocky part of the coke or do I want like?
You're just
the,
like,
the
bro, it don't
mushed
matter.
up
I
part
can
of
just
the coke?
break it down.
And I was like,
he's
yeah. I literally told him, bro, it don't matter. And he was like, nah, are you sure? And I was like, yeah. What do you mean? Like, it doesn't matter. Some parts of it is rocky. Some parts of it is like, sometimes maybe it might be like crushed up already. And he was like, nah, bro. I mean, like, do you want crack? And I was like, dog, don't ever ask me again.
Bro.
Don't ever ask me again if I want some crack.
Like,
bro.
the crazy story, like, I ain't using no names or nothing like that, but somebody I know, he like, yeah, I got tricked into doing crack. I'm like,
nah.
what? I said, whoa, run that back. Yeah, I got
Wait, can
tricked
you
into
snort
doing
crack?
Nah, you gotta smoke that shit.
You gotta smoke it, right? So
That's what I was saying. I was like, wait, hold up, run that back. Yeah, I got tricked into doing crack.
Nah, bitch, you dumb.
I'm like, how you feel? It wasn't that bad. I said, oh shit.
Nah.
He going back.
That's crazy.
He going back.
That's crazy. Yeah, he going back.
I said, damn, that's crazy. And like I said, he'd be like, damn, I grew up with you. Out of all people, I'd have never thought you. But
That's
I guess I
crazy.
just be wrong about a lot of things. I'm like, damn.
That is insane though, because whoever tricked them kind of fucked, like, could potentially have fucked them for the rest of their life.
Yeah.
Because what if they love that? What if that shit was so good?
That's what I'm saying. I was like, that's why I asked the first question I asked him. I was like, how did it feel? He was like, it wasn't that bad. I was like, oh, damn.
She was like, that shit was great.
I said, oh, fucking give her 5 years of my steel on Skid Row.
Yeah.
I might go down California. She's
You
like,
gonna be
Chuck. I'm like, oh, what?
Oh, no, you gonna start running.
And I'll be somewhere like, you know that person? I'm
Motherfucker
like,
be a
oh, yeah, I don't know
zombie.
her. I don't know her no more. It's like, nah, that's crazy.
Nah, you gotta be really dumb to get tricked into, like, that's smoking a rock. How do you think that's coke, bro? Like,
I
I used to tell myself when
Got
I was
me.
a kid that I'd never do coke.
first time, like, I
Wow.
would have never did coke, but I got forced to do that shit. Like,
No, how do you get forced?
like gunpoint force. Like, I'm in Salisbury, bro. Like I said, we're not gonna use no names and shit like that. But boom, I'm in Salisbury with my man that y'all know I used to be with him all the damn time.
Okay.
Motherfucker, every weekend at his crib. So boom, I went, bruh. He take me down there. I already know he like to play around with his nose and shit like that. But you know what I'm saying? That's my man. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, he just hanging out with the college kids. So
Yeah.
boom. We get down there, you know me, I'm smoking my weed, this, that, and the third. They all go into this alias-ass room. See, this is where I went wrong at. Me, I was like a follower at this time in my head. It's like, bruh, oh, my man in the back room, I'm gonna go back there too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? See what's going on. So I go back there, John, they all parlaying in there, just cooling around, you know what I'm saying? Music playing. It's a party type shit. Then, you know what I'm saying? I see this nigga living like he in the 2000s still, like a black nigga, dreadlocks, and then got a big ass white tee on, big ass pants and shit, just talking like, yeah, da 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 da, this, that, the third. So I put it together. I'm like, oh, this the dealer nigga. Yeah. Boom, old ass nigga from around this Salisbury area, living in the 2000s and shit. But we in fucking like, what was this, like 2017? This had to be like 17, 16 around that time. So boom, this nigga like real locked in with one of the college kids up there, and this nigga like coked out of his brain. You could see on his face, he's just like it's like, man, everybody else partying and shit, but his shit stuck. World. Like, and like he's up, but he's stuck type shit. I'm like, oh yeah, he's gone. But yeah, I'm cool, and I'm talking to a little Asian homie that's in the joint. Boom. Then everybody start ripping lines. It's on the table, niggas hitting the joint off the top of the dresser. I remember this shit like yesterday. They on the top of the dresser. They're like, yeah, hit this, bro. Talking to my man. He goes over there, hits the joint. Boom. He's like, yeah, come on, bro. I look back, I'm like, oh no, I'm good, bro. He like, what you mean you good? I'm like, I play sports.
They're like, so do we.
I'm like, yeah, I play sports, bro. You know, I take that shit serious. He like, this nigga a cop?
Tell me about
I said, huh?
So wait, they thought you were a cop and they pulled a gun on you?
Oh, exactly. It went to a whole nother level. They're like, this nigga a cop, bro? And the dude that I told you I was just like this, I don't know. They're like, you a cop? I'm like, nah, I ain't no cop. And then the little Asian nigga like, chill, he's not a cop. He's like, yo, I think this dude's a cop. Damn. I'm like, bro, what the fuck going on? I'm trying to find the door and shit. I'm like, they're like, man, pat this dude down. I'm like, oh, nigga pulled out his shit. I'm like, oh, what the fuck? He's like, man, do that shit, bro. I'm like,
alright.
I hit half the joke, bro. I'm like, oh, shit, what the fuck? And at first, I go straight to the bathroom, just look at myself. And I swear, what movie it came out? I think Party X, like, what's
Project
it?
X?
Yeah, Project X that came out. There was a scene in that joint when the little white dude, like, went straight to the mirror and just looked at himself. I swear to God, that's how I felt. I'm like, I did the joint. I went in the bathroom, and I just looked at myself. I'm just like, I'm high as shit. And then the Asian kid comes in behind me. He's like, I know. It's all right. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, bro.
That sounds like rape.
I'm like,
yeah, that's what they wanted, Chuck.
Bro, I was mad as shit, bro. I remember the ride home was quiet as fuck. I'm like,
yeah.
But you up.
And this is look, we in Salisbury, exactly. I'm up, like, and he up. He got something for himself on the ride home. I'm just like, we going from Salisbury back to here. We went there for a night, bro. And we came back the next following night because he had to work the next day. I'm like,
and you went back?
Go home.
I didn't have to work. He had to work. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have a job at the time. I'm like, I'm just down to party and shit. He's like, yeah, I'm about to go to Salisbury tonight, hang out with blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm coming, bro. That shit was lit last time we went up there. Man, didn't know. I'm like, damn, bro.
Did you do enough to, like, feel it?
See, and that's the thing. I didn't know, like, bro, I was so, at that time, I was used to, like, Molly, like, that's, like, that, I felt Molly before, like, you know, you feel that shit. And
Molly was insane.
That's what I'm saying, you feel that shit. When I did that shit,
caffeine.
I didn't feel it, bro.
My
like,
brother
I didn't
made
know.
me take that shit at his bachelor thing, and
that's why I was always like, I know I'll never get addicted to this shit, because in my head it was like, bro, Coke sucks.
Yeah,
like,
it's swag and it's expensive.
I'm like, this
See,
shit
like,
is
I'm not
whack.
gonna lie, like, back in high school when we fucked with the Molly a couple times, I had so much fun.
That shit
Molly's like
was
the greatest.
something else.
Yeah, Molly was like the greatest drug.
We went
ever.
to prom on Molly, bro.
Yeah, that was fun. Bro, but senior year I went by myself on Molly to prom.
You were the only one on Molly.
The giant. Like, we were on the bus and I popped that bitch on the way there.
Because I was sitting right next to each other.
I didn't tell nobody.
I bet that we didn't do that. That's how we did it last time.
I was like, I'm doing it again because it was so much fun. It was because junior year was like the most euphoric night ever. Like,
that shit
me,
was
Mark,
crazy.
and Chuck were on some like peace, love, unity, respect, and we had the joints with us too that were really on dicks the whole night and like.
Nah, they were cool. They weren't on dicks. Like, I wasn't saying like that. They was like, we was like mutual friends.
They
with
were,
them.
but they were like, we were really hanging out with them though. Like,
Yeah,
I felt like it was my shorty for the night. You know, that's what I meant.
Oh,
like,
we weren't really hanging out with it. From my experience, Mark was really hanging out. Like, he was stuck. Like, I remember Mark the whole night. Mark was high as shit. My man just like, I come check him like, you good? He's like, yeah.
Keep them glasses on. You be like, keep them glasses on.
Keep them glasses on. I'm like, don't you gonna be the one to get us caught. Cause this nigga like, we floating around like, yeah,
I'm talking to everybody, bro.
And I mean, I got on the stage. Like, I'm on the stage. Is this the same? Yeah, this the same year. All I want in life is a fast car. Yeah, I started performing that joint on the stage.
Wait, they played the song,
yeah,
right?
I'm like, yeah, bro, they played that song. I'm like, bro, we lit. And then I go jump out the joint, go check on Mark. Don't take them shades off, my man. In the same position, same girl.
Remember we left prom. We got in the limo and we're all laying like this on our chairs and we're looking up at like stars in the roof.
And the girls are just looking at it like, what the fuck?
Like they're pooped. Like we're just like our great energy, but they're like rubbing our hair and shit. Like I remember being like, damn, I'm that. Like I just felt like a fucking celebrity. Like I was like, yo, this is like.
They're looking at you like you tweaking.
Yeah,
no. They're looking at us. They think we're tired because we was moving around. We was partying. They're like, bro, this is a lit ass night.
Yeah, they're like rubbing our heads and shit.
I'm just like, yes, bro.
I'm like, I love you.
Like, little do you know, I'm fucking off the Richter right now.
And then the next day at school, bro, Mr. Downs or Officer Hall, I forget which one it was. They were like, Mr. Win. I'm like, they're like, great job keeping yourself composed last night.
Yeah.
What was
my math teacher? So I made my math teacher that year like cry like so bad. Like, I mean, we got into it. I was like, one time, I'm like, oh, it's because I'm black. Like, she was giving me badass grades and shit, and I forgot her name. I want to not Miss Sloan. Like, what's that?
I don't remember math. I had Miss Measle like every fucking year.
This was like, this is 11th grade. What was it, Algebra 2? Some shit like that.
I don't remember shit about the
bro,
name.
she was trying to fail me like shit, and my mom used to go hard on grades and shit like that, bro, and I could never pass that shit. So what I do, I start cheating and shit. So like, there was this girl, fuck that white girl, man. There was this girl, she was smart as hell, bro, and she fucked with me. So she had the class like 2 periods before me and shit like that. So every test she'd give me the answers from the jumps. Boom, come to me in my next class. That's the class we shared. Give me the answers. I go around fucking take the test. You know what I'm saying? Pass shit. But one thing about it, I never show my work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's how the math teacher's like, you ain't.
Yeah, I'm like, bro.
You just knew the answer.
She like, so how you getting on the answer? I'm like, I'm doing the work. What are you talking about? Like,
I used to tell
the answers are right, right? She's like, yeah, they're right, but how are you getting them? I'm like, so it got to a point. She even like secluded me in one part of the class, and I'm still like, man, bitch, I ain't.
Watch you take the test.
Yeah, but I'm still cheating, and I'm like, bro, you watched me this whole time, type shit. Like, you know that I'm not cheating on nobody. She's like, you're not doing the work. So
High schoolers are stupid.
Yeah,
bro.
I know. I was dumb as hell, but I'm like, bro, what the fuck, bro? So she like put it on one test, like, you must do your work or some shit like that, and it was over after that. We used to go head and head. I remember she called like Mr. Chapman and shit like that.
You're like, I can only do it in my head.
She was like, yeah, that's I be doing it in my head. It's cause I'm black. She's like, I would never. So she like broke down, like that was the first time I ever seen like a teacher break down and shit. I'm like, dang, you just got pulled a black card. You pulled a black card. It was fucked up, bro. It was fucked up. She like crying and everybody in the class like, oh my god. I'm like, yeah, it's cause I'm black, bro. You always doing this with me, only me. Like I'm the only black kid.
Yeah,
black kids like, you be good with me.
Yeah,
I show my work.
Nah, but they got side with you. They're like, yeah, I'm with you.
Mr. Chapman pulled up the joint, and then Mr. Saunders even getting into it. He's like, yeah, we gotta get you in another class, man.
You know, Mr. Saunders
is cool as shit. Yeah, he's like, yeah, because that's messed up.
He did that to me.
You know what he did though? He put me in my track coach. I'm now in Mr. Rogers' class.
Yeah,
man, Mr. Rogers don't give a fuck if I'm running track for the motherfucker. Yeah. He like, run, nigga, run. You gon' dance. Man, that shit was hilarious. So then we go to prom that year, and I'm high as motherfucking giraffe balls, man.
Giraffe balls?
That is pretty high. So look, bro, I go up to her and shit. I'm like, yeah, so I'm so sorry. You know, I was just kicking that shit. You know, the Molly, you just kicking that shit, talking to her, hitting her with this. I'm like, yeah, I'm so sorry. You know what I'm saying? It was all on me. I hope you da-da-da. They like, I leave like Miss Wallen, not Miss Wallen, that's middle school. Miss, she was child like fat first.
Thomas? Miss Thompson?
No, she was fat and then she got skinny. Gym teacher.
Ferrante.
Ferrante, that's my man. She come to me later on in the night. She's like, oh my God, Christian, you made her cry. I'm like, again? She's like, no, she's so happy right now. I'm like, shit, so am I right now.
Yeah, Molly be making you the best conversation.
I'm like, I'm tweaking right now. She's like, yeah. She's like, that's the nicest thing somebody's ever said to her and shit. I'm like, oh yeah. that's a bet. You know what I'm saying? Make me feel even more better. Boost the high way more. Like, I'm like, yeah, this shit is
the best.
bro.
Yeah, like literally every conversation I have. I always remember
know.
senior year, bro. Like, cause like that junior was all that. Everyone loved my car, and I was having a good time senior year. But there was one part senior year where I was just in the zone, and I turned in Julia Sinks and Chun Lian, bro. These are like two girls around elementary school, middle school who like they just were crying. They cry. Or Chun Lian was just quiet. They're just very like. Like they were just not popular. Like no one knew them.
Yeah, so you hopped out your box, was like, yeah, what's
good? I said,
good,
Julia.
y'all?
I go, Julia and Julian, y'all look amazing today. Blah blah blah. Hey, and I like go in for a
Y'all wanna
hug.
dance?
I go in for a hug, and they did ask me like, get away. I was like, that's okay. Like y'all have a good. I walked away.
Like
bro.
that guy's on crack.
Yeah, no. I'll always remember, bro. Like after I look back, I'm like, yo, I look like a fucking like crazy.
eyes are like this.
Yeah, like crazy.
And I ain't gonna lie, I remember when you did that shit, I'm like, damn, you about to do it alone, bro?
I thought nothing bad would happen.
I'm like, bro, I ain't gonna lie, you really fucked that money up tonight. Like, Molly alone?
No one said anything. No teacher
I
said
would have
anything.
done something with you.
But I'm sure motherfuckers, teachers looked at me like, yo, that motherfucker's like, he's on.
He's on something.
You're like, yo, this was way better last year. They're like,
Chuck, Mark! That's not like looking for y'all.
like, something's wrong with him, guys. Like,
There's a picture of me,
you're like, man, this
Max, and
shit was
Jesse.
way cooler when my friends were
There's
here.
a picture of me, Max, and Jesse. And not only was the picture ridiculous, I posted that on Instagram that night. I posted a picture of you, me, and Max. And I wrote, like, I forget what I wrote, like elementary school or something. And I wake up next day, bro, that picture's the one that Logan, like, would post of me. Where my eyes are like this big, bro. I'm like, I posted that joint on my Instagram, dog. I woke up the next day, I was like, oh, delete.
He was like, yo, what did I do?
Yeah, I was like, this was strong Molly, dog.
Nah,
But I still had a great night. Like, it was a great time, bro.
Bro, I never forget the senior week shit. Mark and motherfucking O'Malley
Oh,
taking his fucking clothes off in the ocean.
That's the third time we fucked around with it. and we got it from Tobo this time. This time we relied on Tobo, who sells like fake belts. He sells like fake shoes. Like
I didn't take that shit.
So I took me and Mark
I didn't take that shit. That's it. Y'all got
it was
buckets.
the evening we got there. We both popped. We all three of us popped two. Like
Who? All three of us?
Me, Tobo.
Oh, what was it? Not me.
We walked.
That was my Xanax.
So
me.
we recorded the camcorder, like us going up to interview women, like girls and shit. And, like, we were up, so, like, I'm doing the talking, and Mark's, like, I kept joking, like, yeah, this is Post Malone. I kept calling Mark Post Malone, and Mark would be like, whatever, and start dancing.
Whatever,
yeah. But it got, like 30 minutes in, it went from, like, good vibes to, like, oh, we're on meth. Like, hold on, no, we're on meth, actually. And now we're going to be like, hey, you want to see, like, Post Malone? Like, and Mark's like, I'm White Iverson. And, like, bro, it got, like,
I'm White Iverson.
We walked, like, 100 streets up the sand, bro. To the point where Mark's feet were bleeding. So Mark took his shoes
Nigga don't
off.
feel nothing. He like, yeah. He's like, Mark, you alright? Yeah.
He's like, my feet are itchy. He takes his shoes off. They're like all bleeding. Bro, we're on the beach. He has Air Forces.
My feet are itchy.
He sends, bro, he didn't do it on purpose, but he sent his Air Forces into the ocean. He took them off and like put them down by the shoreline. Like they're like releasing a fish. And bro, like the first wave comes
the ocean just said, talk to me. He's like, Mark, what are you doing?
He turns around, his brand new shoes are just getting washed into the ocean, right? They were like the Olympic Air Forces, bro. Them joints were hard. They're like the blue and gold ones, so he got from Sammy. I just remember them being hard. And he's like, so now we're like 100 streets from our house, and this mother got no shoes on.
He's already bleeding on his feet.
They bring this man, like, they like bring Mark back in the house. Like, Mark needs to stay in the house or something like that. I'm like, what happened? He just lost his shoes in the ocean. My mind thinking, like, bro went like running out there, like,
he gave him out.
He got too hot. You know, like, Pop and Molly, I'm sweating. So I'm thinking, like, he got too hot and ran in the ocean with his shoes on. He really was like
that. He was like splashing water on his face every street.
I'm like, damn.
And do you remember, bro, that it was such a bad walk that for the rest of the week, Mark had the meanest sun poison on his forehead because we walked so far in the sun. His forehead for the rest of the trip was like blistered. Oh, no. So he had to wear his hat over his forehead like for the rest of the trip. Yo, Molly's crazy.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
That was meth.
Yeah, y'all did meth.
We took meth.
Nah, they did meth.
Walked very far. Like, if I went that far, like, that's a workout, bro. Like, you burnt. You walk like 10 miles, bro.
I've never done enough Molly to feel it. I've tried it, though.
Nah, when I took real Molly, bro.
It kind of just felt like coke.
I did,
for the amount
like,
that I took the smallest amount.
I did, like,
you feel like
one
this
night,
crazy face rush on Molly, bro.
No, I didn't.
I
I
hate
feel
to
like
keep
you
talking about
feel it
drugs.
right here in your stomach first. Like you feel that shit right in like right here. It just starts swirling. It's like ooh.
You just feel so warm and euphoria. Like the word euphoria. Like I didn't really like once. I remember the first time I took Molly at the prom thing. I was like, yeah, this is euphoria, bro. I'm
Like
this is what
every
they
room
mean
you
by
walked
euphoria.
into, it just looked like
Beautiful, and you found the beauty.
like
in
you know what I'm
anything.
saying. Like the door opened, and it just was like wow.
Like someone could be like, man, someone could walk in and be like, man, I'm hungry as shit. I'd be like, damn, so this man needs food. Like he needs nutrients, and we need to help this man. Like, oh, you're hungry, dog.
It's the mission for the
Yeah,
night.
like right now, this
Let's
guy
get
needs
him
food.
some
Let's get him
food.
some food. He really needs it. He said it verbally. He needs food. All right, listen, I feel. And then they'd be like, damn, man, thanks. Like, you know, they'd be like,
That makes
damn.
you feel better.
They're like, thanks, man. You
We
give me
got
food.
you, angel wings.
Yeah, we're like, peace out. You don't get respect. Like,
That's crazy.
dude, Molly was
Y'all
dope.
sell Molly like it's something I should fucking.
Yeah, I mean,
try.
don't ruin your life,
and
though.
I would say
Like,
this:
it's the
no,
fucking
don't do
best.
fucking
And it's like a
drugs,
90%
bro.
chance you take meth.
Yeah,
instead.
especially nowadays,
Yeah.
like everything
Fentanyl.
is fucking.
It would be fentanyl now. At this point, you fucking die.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, deadass. I wouldn't take Molly off. I wouldn't take Molly.
I
Unless it
wouldn't
was, like,
take my.
tested
I
or
don't
something.
think I can take it.
Test.
Like I don't think my body could fuck with that shit.
Yeah,
anymore,
I would feel
bro.
crazy the next day. Like I would have to factory reset my body.
You'd have to do more.
You just keep.
Not good.
See, no, hell
That's what
no,
it
you'll
is.
die. Your
No,
heart will
exactly
burst.
though. That's why I'm grateful that in high school
do you
I
ever
did
feel
shit
like a
like
bad
that.
moment on Molly where you feel like, oh shit, like my heart is pumping.
I never
hella
had a
up?
bad.
It was I don't know, the worst like experience I had with Molly was like the next morning. I feel like
depressed as fuck.
yeah, see that's what it be. You'll be like it like what's this shit called? Serotonin?
Yeah, it's
like
gone.
it man, that shit drains
It like
everything.
pumped
Like
through your brain. The
bro,
whole
you
day
were
before.
so happy last night that the next day
Yeah.
you gonna be so mad. Like you gonna be like, bro.
I went to the movies with my mom
I don't
after
even wanna
prom,
be
like the
here.
next day, and I remember going to the movies and being like, damn, like
Like
I
the
don't
come
wanna
down on
be at
that
the
shit
movies,
is
like-
terrible,
I
bro.
bet. Well, you just had the best.
Like
day
Mark
of your
had the
life.
worst. My
Lots
man,
of energy
bro, had the
shooting through your
worst
brain.
come down. You remember that shit? Like it's like 2-3 o'clock in the morning. We leaving prom, and Mark's just like blistering, like in the backyard, crying like shit.
Oh
It's like,
yeah, I do remember that.
and I'm like coming down too, and I'm like, bro, stop crying.
He
bro."
was like sad as shit.
I'm like, bro, it's gonna be all right, bro. Like now I'm getting mad. I'm like, bro, you gotta stop
You
crying,
better
bro.
make me, man.
Hey,
Get him another one.
Nah, bro, that shit was crazy. But the worst feeling I ever had, like I said on Molly, was probably like the next morning. Like I used to go out with Calverton and shit and get high with these motherfuckers out there. But the next morning, one time I woke up and it just felt like that shit was eating my stomach, bro. I'm like,
Yeah,
bro,
and you can't. You be shitting. You can't eat.
you can't shit, like you, bro.
You like your stomach hurts, like you got shit, but you can't. It's like mushroom feeling too. Like I remember when I took mushrooms one time. The next day I could not. I couldn't eat. Like my stomach couldn't take shit.
Yeah, bro. It was
that's
something
just
when
great.
that shit happened, like, and then you like chew through your like you be like
Mhm, you need
gnawing
gum.
on shit.
You need gum.
Like if you ain't got gum on Molly,
your
bro.
inside your cheeks gonna be gone.
Bro, that's what happens. Well, that's happened to me. Like, if I've done cocaine before, the next day I'm like, why the fuck was I biting the inside of my like
yeah.
Bruh,
cheeks so much?
I
They're,
woke
like,
up the
glistening.
next
I'm like,
morning
oh, the
and
whole
my
time I'm just
bottom
like,
lip was
Yeah,
like
you're just on
busted.
go. Just you ready to kill someone.
Yeah.
too.
Bro, my bottom lip was busted the next morning. This one I had like the grills and shit too. Like I'm outside all night with these motherfuckers high as shit, not knowing that I'm chewing my lip off and shit. I wake up the next morning, my shit is like big as fuck, like somebody just beat the shit out of me. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah,
biting
bro.
your shit the whole
I
night.
had
That's
sex
crazy.
on Molly one time too, and that shit was insane.
I
Like,
heard that's great.
It was amazing. I could not nut. I was like
Yeah.
hours. I could not nut. It was like the
Yeah.
most worst feeling ever, actually. And
But
I
like
went
I
to
said,
lacrosse
going
practice
back
the next
towards
day,
it,
Jesse.
like it's not
Oh,
a drug
lacrosse
you want to
practice the
do,
next
bro.
day. I
Jamie.
remember that. We had Coach Cole made us go to lacrosse practice,
He made us run just.
but he was honestly he was pretty cool for it. Like he didn't OD work us, but he was like, y'all, if you don't come to prom, or if you don't come to practice after prom, like you're fucked. And some people didn't go.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, I guess.
He
I
did that to
survived.
us
What
one
an
night,
asshole.
one time, bro. He had like a non-mandatory practice.
Yeah, you and me were the only ones who didn't
Like,
go.
This me and Coach
That was like
Cole,
homecoming,
we used to
right?
bump
yeah, we were
heads,
talking about
bro.
this recently, right?
Like I used to bump heads with this dude. I did not fuck with Coach Cole.
I would just
for
listen to
real,
whatever
like-
Chuck did. Whatever Chuck did, I did.
And that's what Coach Cole used to say. He was like, yo, you keep following that guy?
Yeah, Chuck would.
You go down the wrong road. And I used to hate Coach Cole. I'm like, man, fuck that guy, man. That guy's a fucking dick
Yeah,
eater.
he
Like,
is-
I
he is
hate
whack.
that
He
guy. I
was
hated
whack.
him, bro, because he was just so frustrated. Bro, he ate dick, bro. Like,
You could tell he loved like being in power type person.
hold up.
That too.
Hold up. Never mind. But yeah, nah, Coach Cole was fucking crazy, bro. But yeah, then we had like a mandatory practice. He's like, yeah, so you don't
Oh,
gotta
he-
come tomorrow. But
You're gonna like this. What I'm about to
he's
say.
like, but if you don't come, yeah, it's a situation. I'm like, bro, I ain't going that damn practice.
He's
Like,
not
fuck
coaching the
that.
Reservoir no more.
I bet.
He's going to Oakland Mills.
Didn't he go to Oakland Mills?
That's what I heard.
Why you not coaching that reservoir? What they found out?
They just fired him.
It's like, yeah, we know something about you, sir.
Let's cut these ties before they get like too long.
I'll always, bro. I don't know, Coach Cole, man. I always remember.
Is that you told me that shit?
Probably.
Yeah, it was you.
I mean,
told me
you're
that
like the
shit.
first person I thought of when I told him.
Yeah, it was you. I'm like, oh, word. I knew it.
It made sense, but didn't. But let's move on from this. I don't want to ruin people's lives. Coach Cole.
Nah, I wasn't saying that. I never even had Coach Cole. Everyone says he was an asshole.
Yeah, but he was also at the same time, like,
Anyone that I've
at
ever
the same
talked to
time
was
when
like,
things weren't
He's
like,
kind of an asshole.
when shit wasn't on hitting the wall, Coach Cole could be a cool dude. Like, you could talk to him in class. Like, I had business. What was my class? Business with him. He was cool. Lacrosse, good coach. Football though, respectfully,
Not so high.
worst coach I've ever had in my life. Respectfully.
See, that's probably
I've had some-
because I only heard from the football people.
He wasn't a good
That he was
coach,
bad.
and I just noticed it's just truly what it is.
This dude
Just
was
didn't
not
really
a great
coach
football. Like
He's
a
a
head
strength and
coach,
conditioning coach.
like head coach, no.
Yeah,
But
not at all.
like
the
maybe
same
like
people
offensive
talking.
line
or
and
strength coach. He should have just been our strength coach.
Yeah, that'd have been cool, but I like I said, I don't even
Jones
be
should've
humble
been
to the
offense.
point where it's like, yo, offensive line coach, you could do that. You should have did that with your dad. Like
Yeah.
y'all have been perfect at that shit.
Yeah,
But
they love
as
talent.
a head coach,
Yeah, that motherfucker did not know how to lead a team. He couldn't talk to nobody. He didn't know how to talk.
it was too like I feel like he held too many grudges. Like
That
it was
too.
like, bro, when it came to like, bro, down the line, we won't win the game. No, I don't fuck with that guy.
CJ, power.
Yeah, CJ Power
Oh, he ran the same play every play. It was like ridiculous.
or Avian. When that year we had Avian.
Yeah, if you look at the
and shit
stats
like
that year with Avian would have 50 carries a game. That's just not.
Nah, he used to
Not really.
like fuck with Max Schuster a lot too. He
He's
used
a
to fuck with
lacrosse
Max.
player.
Yeah. he
But I'll
fuck
give
with
Coach
Max.
Cole's credit. He's the best lacrosse coach I ever had.
Okay. I never played lacrosse.
That motherfucker was filthy too. Like 50-something years old, coming out there in a helmet and a
Yeah,
stick.
he had hella energy. I get that
practiced
to
with
him.
y'all?
He would shit on us.
Yeah.
He had hella energy, bro.
He's a professional lacrosse player for real, like dead ass. Like you'd be like, yeah, you're pro.
But at the same time, y'all were high school.
You coming to shit on?
Yeah, I mean, he should shit on. Yeah, he should shit on. Like he used to shit on Kevin, bro. Like I feel like there was one time where he would just run Kevin over for a day. There was that practice he was just shitting on Kevin,
Oh, that's
like
fucked
having
up.
Kevin fall on the ground and shit. It was fucked
You're
up.
never gonna be nothing, Kevin.
Run me over, Willie. Like Gridiron Gang. Like run me over, Willie. We're not leaving practice till you run me over.
That's fucked up.
Shout out to Ryan.
Sound to who? Oh, the
The
Rock.
Rock. He's right there.
Gnawed up.
Damn, I forgot what I was about to say. But yeah, that mandatory practice shit was bullshit too. Cause like literally, I was like, I remember calling you. I'm like, yo, practice isn't mandatory. You're like, yeah, I know. I'm over here. Like I'm outside Harris Teeter about to smoke. I'm like, oh shit, me too. Like I feel like I've had my I was like putting my pads on. I'm like, nah, yeah, me too. I like, took my cleats on, just ran to Harris Teeter. And the next day, coach was like, you were the only two who didn't show up. I'm like, ah, fuck.
Hey, I didn't give a fuck.
I was like, I
"You
banked
damn
on
right.
it. I just thought you said it
Damn
wasn't
right, you don't
mandatory.
fuck with me.
Y'all used to steal from the teeter?
Yeah,
Not as much as other people did, but
yeah.
Did with that one?
yeah.
I stole from them.
I definitely
I
would
ran
crank
that
out the
bitch up.
sugar cookies,
Yeah.
but then they started getting mad at people
They
for
did
taking
get-
the free sugar cookies.
Yeah.
Everything was
free.
just getting stole out of there. They're
Everything
like,
in
bro,
that shit
y'all
was
stealing
free.
the cookies. They're like, no, the cookies are free.
Yeah. That shit was crazy that he stopped selling the
I
free
used to
cookies.
steal sushi and sandwiches, bro.
That's where you
Uh,
could easily take, is that
yeah.
right side shit.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
Harris Teeter a lot.
I
still
used to
be
get
going.
like what's that shit? Like a meatball marinara. That shit used to be
You
banging,
just
bro.
go
Their
sit
raspberry
down and
lemonade,
start
bruh.
eating it without paying.
Y'all remember
They
the
weren't gonna
raspberry
say
I used
shit.
to
lemonade?
just dip.
Remember the raspberry lemonades?
No.
Damn, their raspberry lemonades were crazy good. Like the little bottle raspberry lemonades.
Nah, I don't know what you're talking
Them joints were that's like the best lemonade ever.
Y'all remember like that one year, like it was like a pep rally. It was like we all went in the scooters and shit like through Harris Teeter and shit like that.
That was wasn't that like
It
Juliana's
was like
class?
Earth Day
yeah,
or
that was
something.
their class.
You and Dalton went with them. I remember.
The parade.
Yeah, you guys
the
rode
parade.
from
That
home,
shit
like, through
was
there.
fun as
On
fuck.
216, right?
That shit was fucking crazy.
I
I
remember
didn't do that
seeing
shit. I was too young.
I ain't gonna
Yeah,
lie,
I've
that
seen
shit was kind of crazy, absurd. Like everybody just running through Harris Teeter, I was like, shit, I'm stealing everything in this bitch. I remember
I got
niggas.
distracted.
I remember like we all running through each lane. Niggas like with the little whistles and shit. They all dressed up. I'm like, oh, this shit is crazy.
It's a flash mob. Y'all could've
Everybody
stole
Harris
our
Teeter,
shit.
like all the workers are just like,
Cashback. Y'all just breaking the register.
I'm talking about they running through lanes, knocking shit over, bro. I'm just like, yeah, mine. I'm running out this show. I got like 2 bags of Skittles on me, and I'm gone out of that jump.
Dude, that's the thing about a lot of cities now have made like new regulations and laws like where they're just pure misdemeanors if you don't take more than like $900.
Yeah, like LA is like that.
So like LA, New York City, like all the big cities. There's like little kids just going into like Bloomingdale's stealing like $800 worth of jackets and shit. And they, if they get caught, they only get a ticket wrote off on them.
Shit, and the ticket probably less than what the fucking clothes cost.
Yeah, and then like the employees are like they have like the rule.
They're like, bro,
like,
we steal these Montclair, we steal 5 Montclairs, bro. The ticket's only like $500.
Yeah, literally.
We'll come up like 5 bands.
It's ass backwards, and it's happening very frequently. Like that shit's
bro, that's
great.
a good business, bro. You're like, yeah, I know, ain't it?
Great business. So they be running.
So I don't
like
blame the
people.
motherfuckers who do it. I don't blame the people.
They
who
be
do it.
running in with like 20 people.
Yeah,
because it's like individual charges.
Yeah, they're individual. Yeah, so they're clearing out the store.
Yeah. They've
insane.
hit like Louis and shit.
And they're like, we don't give a fuck. It's $1 million corporation. And they're like, you got a good point. Like, but it's like it's just so ass backwards. It just shows how like law matters about everything. Like you gotta fucking make the law make sense.
Yeah, that's
Motherfuckers
crazy.
don't do this shit.
Shit.
It's a year if you murder a guy, you just get
shit.
You get a speeding ticket. You're like, what? Dude, I've always wanted to murder this one
murder
guy.
someone right now.
Yeah, just to get a speeding ticket.
In this room.
Jamie?
No, Jamie's cool. J-Mo's cool.
Dude, I shit my pants on the pod, bro. I'll be real. I'll be real.
Don't edit that shit out.
No, I'll be real. I was thinking about it when I was up there. I was like, bro, like this is on camera.
Did you change your underwear?
No, I didn't touch. I pinched fast enough, but it genuinely was out there.
No.
It was in the open air. It was oxidized.
So when you wiped, it was like.
It was there.
Was it like a hard shart or like?
It was wet. I don't know what. It must have been the bibimbap, bro.
Dude, you're Korean. I ate that shit with you.
Yeah,
I'm not shitting myself.
Not yet.
They're laughing at you. That's wild.
What y'all eat? I'm hungry.
Some
bro.
Korean
shit.
Chipotle. Let's go to.
It was actually fire.
Oh no, you're going out to eat, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm gonna go out to eat.
Jesse, Jamie, what do you go to?
Yo, I seen your fucking Snapchat. That shit made me geek.
The Hooters thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the whole setup, how you did it, and at the end, well, now I know I'm not gay.
It was great.
I was like, yo, this dude dead.
Yeah,
Like, I watched every single one in the end and like put it all together. I said, this motherfucker's hilarious.
That was funny.
He's like, and how was the trip, guys? 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Now I know my nephew's on gay.
It's like a skit.
I was like, yo, this guy is crazy.
I saved all the videos because I kind of want to put them together and like make it a funny,
This guy is
funny
hell
thing.
right here.
You
This
can
guy
post that
is
shit on
fucking
YouTube.
crazy.
That shit was hilarious. They were genuinely like when we pulled into the Hooters parking lot and they
I
saw
know.
them
I
washing the
seen,
cars. They were like,
he's like, yo.
they were like, Theo, no, you didn't bring us here, blah, blah, blah. And then I'm like, all right, the ladies come up to like, it's like a $10 payment, so they come up to my window, and like I'm talking to her, I give her the money and everything, and like they were just yelling in the car, and they get all quiet. And I'm like, what y'all like while she's there? I'm like, what y'all nervous for? And she's like, obviously all the girls played into it. Like, shout out to Hooters.
Yeah.
They all played into it. They were like, oh, so what are you guys nervous about? And they were
Coño!
they fucking loved it, bro.
That's sick.
I was like,
They had to make bread. You said $10 a car. They probably.
And they were just doing exteriors. They literally just foamed it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They probably
And
didn't do
then
Sprayed it off.
Sprayed it off. Oh, well, they like kind
They
of
rubbed
like
their
half-ass
titties on the
wiped
window
it.
at all.
They didn't rub titties on window, no.
Was it $10 car?
Yeah.
I mean,
When I saw it, I didn't plan on taking my nephews. I was just like, yo, a $10 car wash. Why the fuck would I why would I not?
Yeah, I would say that's pretty cheap.
That's cheap as shit.
Yeah, you go to like, the gas station ones are like $14.
Yeah.
For like the cheapest one would be like 12 or something at the gas station.
Yeah.
My car is dirty as fuck.
You should have taken it.
Yeah.
They're just doing
That
it
last
today.
windstorm,
But
that last thunderstorm, bro, my car like looks like it has
There was a
shit on
line
it,
the
bro.
whole time, bro. I was like waiting for at least like 40 minutes. For like 30 minutes.
Damn, that's a long ass wait though.
Yeah, I would have been like, yeah, well, y'all just look from
well,
outside.
I would start honking.
Oh yeah, they walked past with the thing that said honk if you love Hooters girls or something like that. And I put my nephew's
Honk if
windows
you're
down.
horny.
I put all the windows down and I honked at them.
What'd you
And all the
like that
girls
so
looked in and it's just it's like 4 little kids in the car like, eh.
Why'd you laugh so hard though? I thought you thought of like a
But yeah, bro.
Just
I did confirm today that none of my nephews are gay. They all had a great time at Hooters.
Oh my god.
And I'm a happy uncle. I'm a happy uncle. I can't lie. God is good. God is fair. God is good all the time. All the time.
No mentally ill nephews.
God is good. You guys
God is good all the time.
Until like they grow up, they're like, yeah. So you had remember that time we went to Hooters? Yes, her ass was so big, and then he started doing the little. He started doing like, what did he do? The nigga speed and shit. He started doing that little speed dance and shit.
Nah, I told him like while we were pulling up, I was like,
her nails are so cute.
I'm
Uncle.
it
was a 10 out of 10. I never seen any
Period,
nails
like
period poo.
Alright, don't do that.
Period poo.
Nah,
Man, that backfired real quick.
Yeah, bro, come on.
Your nephew started washing the
You
now
walk
they're
into
car
it.
washes. Now they just want to be bikini
Yeah,
car washes
like-
for the rest of their lives.
Like, we want to
I
watch
fucked up.
You groomed these little kids.
You come over outside, they all out in bikinis watching the car. You're like, what the hell's going on? We're
They're like,
washing
how
cars.
can you love us?
How can you love us? Period.
Damn, you fucked up,
Fuck
bro.
y'all, bro.
Fuck. Yeah, that's some good shit.
That's insane.
Oh, damn.
What time is it?
That would be a great place. That's what I was saying. It's
You would be
7.
mad as fuck.
It's 7:08. You gotta
Yeah.
leave. Damn,
Yeah.
Daniel.
You would be mad as fuck, bro.
I wouldn't be mad.
All right, I guess we'll decompress.
Mad's a
really
bad
quick.
word. I'd be fucking pissed if that happened.
AR-15 with bump stock pissed, or
I know a Bowie knife to the neck pissed. Not
that's
even
probably a
using
little more.
gun.
That's more personal.
Yeah.
So I guess let's decompress, man. I guess I want to say, man, appreciate your
That's fucked up. I'm sorry.
you
Sorry,
before
Jesse.
check-
Sorry, Jesse.
before I'm not trying to. I just want to analyze this.
And that.
Is my favorite
Analyze.
word. Chuck, before he came on the first podcast, was very anti-podcast. He not only that he was like he fucking hated Jesse so much.
That's true.
So no,
was
he
talking
just
about
he,
shit.
he didn't like
What
podcasts.
the fuck? I'm
Chuck,
like, hold up.
now I'm just doing too much. Chuck, I was lying. Chuck didn't like podcasting. He didn't really think it was gonna be fun, but then he had a good time. But not only that, a lot of people gave him some good reception, saying it was a good podcast.
Today's was a good podcast
And I
too.
think
feel
today
like
was
we're
also flowing. And I
just
shit my.
geeking, telling
It was a
jokes.
good podcast, and I pooped my pants.
Yeah,
So,
that was
like,
gross.
That's crazy. One time I had too much soda pop, and I drank and I shit my and I pooped my
shit
pants.
up hands.
You remember that video?
No.
The guy, it's like a white guy goes up to, he just sits next to an Asian guy on
I
a
thought
bench.
you were just like
No,
doing your mom's
I'll
accent.
post it. I'll try to link it on the end of this video. He sits there and he goes and he records this Asian guy. It's an old Asian guy. He goes, "You ever pooped your pants before?" And then the guy's like, one time I pooped my pants." And the guy's like, "Yeah? How?" And the guy's like, one time, we were younger." He's like, "I drank too much soda pop. Wait, like Coke, Pepsi, too much soda pop. And then I pooped my pants. And I poop,
Soda pop.
I
You gotta
gotta
plug it at the end of it.
Yeah, I will. I'll plug it. I need to show y'all. So,
You ever pooped your pants?
One time, that's all.
One time?
Yeah.
It happens.
I drink too much soda pop, Coca-Cola.